Hi everyone, welcome to the 30 seminar as you're locked down or quarantined. Hope everyone's doing well. I want to talk a little bit today about using this time well to read. The temptation probably is to distract yourself, maybe especially by working your way through Netflix from the very beginning to the very end. I would encourage you to think of this as a chance to fulfill or even complete your education through reading well, particularly by taking the chance to read in ways which form your moral imagination or help you understand and deepen your understanding of the really human things. Part of what we do in contemporary education, by and large, is that we've embraced a kind of rationalist understanding of education, where what it is to be educated is to have mastered some kind of method or some kind of technique. And that method opens up the world of understanding or opens up the world of knowledge to us. But to quote from T.S. Eliot, it seems very often that as our knowledge increases, the kind of knowledge that we get from that kind of method, wisdom either doesn't increase or wisdom even decreases. The really human things, the kind of things that we're forced to encounter when we're afraid or when there's disease or you're worried about your future or someone that you know or loved is threatened or has passed away, there's no algorithm for that. That's when we need virtue, imagination, and the genius of the human. So some things to read or some things to think about reading. Anyway, I think many of us in our own lives, in the sort of safety of the developed West, have never experienced large-scale tragedy like we're experiencing now, or seems at least threatened to be experiencing now. So 2 texts on tragedy, Genesis 3 through 14, you can't get better than that, or Thucydides in the history of the Peloponnesian War. Or plague. The plague literature is enormous. Camus on the plague gives an incredible entrance into human psychology, or Manzoni's The Betrothed is also pretty good on this, particularly the courage during the plague. Or, while it's a minor part of the big trilogy, Sigrid Undset's book, Kristin Lavransdatter, has quite a bit of the plague on it, which is really quite good. Or you should be reading about courage. I've always really liked Manchester's biography of Churchill. Several volumes, but his biography of Churchill is quite good. Or the works of Frederick Douglass. There you get to see courage at work. Or death, to think about death. I really like the novel The Red Horse by Eugenio Corti. Huge, but very good on this. And of course, a classic by Tolstoy, The Death of Ivan Ilyich, which you can't get better than, it seems. Or Hope and Hopelessness. If you want hopelessness, read almost anything by Stefan Zweig. He's really amazing. Or if you want hope, almost anything by Rabbi Jonathan Sacks is worth reading on this, or Boethius on the Consolation of Philosophy. Or if you want a kind of wry, tragic sensibility about the world, the ability to sort of hold yourself in some ironical distance from things, Walker Percy's novels are very good, or the Hungarian author Antal Zerb, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, I really like him as well. There's also, last suggestion, a place for the ridiculous. An ability to laugh. P.J. Wodehouse, if you don't know him, you must read Wodehouse. Or a very funny book on gardening and the absurdity of human efforts. The Czech author, Karel Čapek. That book's very funny. I think it was Lewis who said that we read to know that we're not alone. That's true. To that, I would add this. We read to form our moral imagination. The imagination that we've been given through so much of our education is about the power of human activity, the power of policy, the power of method, the power of our technique. But that kind of education doesn't teach us how to be kind, how to be cheerful, how to have boldness, how to deal with loss. So use this time well, so that not just so that you can stand the time, perhaps alone or in isolation, but so you can redeem the time.